In this video, we are going to see cross multiplication method to solve equations or proportions. To cross multiply is to go from this to this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking now. How does it work, right? Before we getting into this, remember that multiplying the numerator and the denominator of a rational number by the same amount doesn't change its value. Now let's see how I got from this to this. First, multiply the numerator and denominator of the first rational number by the denominator of the second rational number. By doing so, we get this 5 times 12 over 6 times 12. Then, multiply the numerator and denominator of the second rational number by the denominator of the first rational number. We get 10 times 6 over 12 times 6. Right now, as you can see, there is a good thing for us. The denominator of the both rational numbers are same. So we can cancel them as we are dividing both sides by the same amount and the equation is still true. That's it. Our job is done. In practice, though, it is easy to skip the steps and go straight to the cross multiplied form. So in general, to cross multiply is to go from this A over B equals C over D to this A times D equals C times B. Now let's see some examples using cross multiplication method. Here we can cross multiply anytime we have one rational number making up the left side equal to another rational number making up the right side. Now to cross multiply, we literally cross over, we take the denominator of one side and we multiply with the numerator on the other side. So in this case, we have 9 times 3. Then we repeat on the other side, we take the 4 which is in the denominator and we cross multiply with the numerator x. So we have 4 times x. After simplifying, we have 27 equals 4 times x is 4x. Now I'm going to swap sides because we usually keep the variable term on the left of the equal sign. We get 4x equals 27. Okay, here what we want is an answer like x on its own on the left of the equal sign. But the multiplication of 4 is in the way of that. So to remove it, do the opposite. In this case, divided by 4. Just to keep the balance, do it on both sides. So 4 divided by 4 is 1 and that 1 times x is x. Here we cannot divide 27 by 4, so leave it as it is. Hence our solution is x equals 27 over 4. Now let's see another example. X minus 5 whole divided by 5 equals 3 over 8. Some people might think we can cancel this denominator 5 and the numerator 5, but factually you can't. Because we don't have license to cancel them, I mean there is no multiplication sign between x and 5. So what we can do here, cross multiply, since one rational number form equals another rational number form. Cross multiplication method lets us to do that. We take the denominator of one side and we multiply with the numerator on the other side. So we have 8 times x minus 5. If we write like this, it is totally wrong. It means 8 is only for x, but actually it is not so. 8 is for both x term and negative 5. For that, we have to keep the bracket for the expression that having more than one term. So the bottom of the line, when we are multiplying two things, we must keep the bracket for the expression having more than one term. Okay, here if we take the 5 which is in the denominator and we cross multiply with the numerator 3, we have 5 times 3 is 15. Now like solving a linear equation with one variable. Step 1. Simplify on both sides. like removing brackets using distributive law and combine like terms. So I'm gonna go ahead and distribute this 8 to each term inside of my brackets. So 8 times x is 8x and 8 times negative 5 is negative 40, which equals 15. Now step 2. Isolate all the variable terms to one side of the equation and move all the numbers to the other side. Here I can see the only one variable term, 8x. So let's hold the 8x and bring this negative 40 to that side. We get 8x equals, here first write whatever already on this side, that is 15. And if we bring this negative 40 to that side, it becomes plus 40. Consequently we get 8x equals 55. Now step 3. Multiply or divide both sides of the equation by the same number. Here what we want is an answer like x on its own on the left of the equal sign. But the multiplication of 8 is in the way of that. So to remove it, do the opposite. In this case, divided by 8. Just to keep the balance, do it on both sides. So 8 divided by 8 is 1 and 1 times x is x. Hey, we cannot divide 55 by 8, so leave it as it is. Hence our solution is x equals 55 over 8.
Summary.